Guys, on today's show, we're going to take a look at the 4-piece taco kit from Blackstone. From there, I got some nice flank steak, a nicely seasoned flank steak. We'll cook it to a nice rare to medium rare, and we'll whip us up some nice steak tacos. Low 2020. Alright everybody, my name's Tommy and this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue, and this is a 2020, right? Please consider subscribing, ring that bell for all my future cooks. Like, share, comment, and a big thanks from me to you, of course. And full disclosure, I paid for this out of my own pocket, of course. First up, we're going to take a look at the Blackstone 4-piece taco kit. I'll leave a link to this kit down below in the subscription if you want to check it out. It'll take you right to Amazon where you can purchase it through my account. It's same cost. It just gives a little shekels to the channel, right? This is a 6 holder, and one thing I like about it is the well, a couple things. I like the rubber handles. I like that you can leave it on the Blackstone so you can make the tacos on the Blackstone. And listen, I love those 2 tongs, right? One small, one larger, and they look pretty well made. I'll tell you, they could have included 1 tong, but they gave you 2, right? I thought that was well, that was a nice move by Blackstone, right? Listen, we got a little flank steak. I don't like to marinate my steak, but I do like to I like to put a nice rub on it for tacos, a fresh cracked black pepper and so forth. You saw it in the screen. I'm using red bell peppers. You can use your favorite toppings that you like to put on tacos, right? I like the bell peppers, onions, like yellow onions, green onions, cilantro, lime, tomatoes. Of course, you say tomatoes, I say tomatoes, and so forth, right? Now listen, on that rub, make sure you include your chili powder and your cumin, and that'll give you that classic taco flavor, right? And basically, you want everything chopped right to a bite size, right? For tacos. On the fajitas, you'll take them a little bigger, right? On the tacos, you want them a little smaller, right? Of course. And there you go. And of course, it's a nice cilantro cut up. And now listen, generally I'll usually put the rub on the meat an hour or 2 before putting it on the Blackstone, and we'll bring it up to room temperature, of course. And we are fighting a little wind, as you can see there. So we're going to try to get it as hot as we can. 2 left burners on high and 2 right burners off. And of course the cotija cheese, right? The Mexican cheese. Well, look, I think that's a must for a taco, right? If you see it in the grocery store, pick it up, of course. And we are moving at about 350 to 375, and I think that's good enough, and we'll probably, well, it'll probably heat up a little bit more. I do have my burger press on. I want to keep good contact with the Blackstone, of course. And listen, at this time, why don't you just sit back, relax, and listen to the I'm just sitting here. I got time. It's clear to see from up here. The world seems small. Alrighty, that's enough of that, and you'll quickly find out the Gallery Backyard Barbecue takes his sizzling seriously, right? Now listen, we'll get that butter under there, and we are cooking this flank steak about 7 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes. It's got to be rare in my book on a flank, so maybe towards the 7-minute mark to get a nice browning. So if your Blackstone is cruising at the 450 range with no wind, right? You'll go 7 minutes, of course. And listen, I got some refried beans. I had to get them out of the can. I had no time to make them. No big deal. These will be good. But listen, if you do want to make them, I'm sticking a card up there in the right-hand corner. Okay, you check out that card. I got a nice recipe for refried beans there. Easy to make, easy to make. And we got a nice browning on that flank steak, right? I'm happy with that. And we'll go about another 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll start checking that bad boy. And we want to cook it to about a 115, right? Because we're going to cook it a little bit more on the Blackstone, but flank steak's got to be rare, medium rare. That's the so it's not tough, right? And you'll see when we go to cut it, you'll cut it with the grain, and then you're going to flip it and cut it against the grain into smaller pieces. I'll show you that in a minute. Now you see my taco shell holder on the Blackstone. I like that feature because now I can build my tacos right on the Blackstone, right, of course. And listen, at this time, what we're going to do here is we're going to get our tacos shells down, right, to get them warm and toasty, right, of course, of course. And that's what I'm talking about right there, right? Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Now, I've done some fajitas, some breakfast things in the past on my channel, right? And I always have to, I always had to lay the shells down to build my fajita, or build my taco, or build my breakfast sandwich. So I kind of dig this little holder. I dig that I can put it on the Blackstone. I dig the handles, right, so it doesn't get hot up there. I dig everything about it, right? I dig the 2 tongs that they give you, and that little scooper upper, of course. All right, and right now what I'm going to do is get a temperature on this meat, right? Again, we want to go on the rare side, because it will cook a little bit more on the Blackstone, right? So I'm going to pull it at the 115 to 120, and there you go. I'm cutting with the grain now, right? With the grain. Oh yeah. Because now I'm going to cut it against the grain, right, in little pieces, and this helps so it's not tough, right? So you want to go with the grain and then on these little pieces against the grain, of course. And I can tell you, at a rare to medium rare, a flank steak does not have to be marinated. It will melt in your mouth, right? Especially these smaller pieces, of course. And that's, well, hey, that's what I'm talking about right there. And you could see my taco holder is standing proud on the Blackstone, all ready to accept the fillings, right? Gives a nice, just enough spread on the top to get everything down, right? I got my meat on. I'll put some refried beans. That little thin scooper does nicely for this, right? We'll get some red bell peppers down, right? We'll get some onions, some white, some green onions, some scallions down. Don't forget those tomatoes. We'll get some tomatoes on, of course. Some fresh squeezed lime on. And of course, we'll get our fresh cilantro on, and some fresh grated cojita cheese, right? That's a Mexican cheese. Cojita. And we're doing all this right on the Blackstone. I mean, that is a, like I said, that's a home run. Home run. Now listen, I used my white Alabama sauce that I made a few weeks back. I used that sauce on these tacos to dress them up instead of sour cream, and I have to tell you, That sauce took these tacos to the next level. I mean, these things were out of this world good. By far the best tacos I've ever made. Okay, and the wife backs me up on that. These things were just off the charts good. Now listen, I want to thank my subscribers. I got a lot of good things happening in 2020. I got some giveaways. So please like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe, and listen, if you like this Blackstone cook, I'm gonna stick a card right here for about 30 other Blackstone cooks, and also a card here for my white Alabama sauce. That is a must make, trust me. So until next time, we shall see you soon.